Here with Concordia head volleyball coach Ben Boldt to discuss the 2026 season, and as we record this a little bit over a week from the first official match of the new season, so we're getting really close, and I know you got the first week of preseason in the books as well. Mm-hmm. Every year I guess I like to start off with something outside of volleyball, but where did the Boldt family get to go on vacation this summer?
Solid, yeah. We went on a couple of vacations. We went with my family down to Lake of the Ozarks. That was the first time for me down there. It was pretty sweet, pretty fun. Then we also did a family trip to Okoboji, which was fun. And had on Angie's side of the family, we went to Denver. Well, we went to Colorado, like the Copper Mountain area for a little vacation. So kind of just a little radius around Nebraska, around Seward.
Got to get away a little bit anyway in the summer. Just moving on to this team, certainly a different look to it. A large senior class last year. What kind of energy did that create, just since you ended last year in December, and then kind of starting with a lot different team? What's that whole dynamic been like?
Just philosophically, we're trying to, I think, bring it back to what our roots are. Our motto this year, we've run back to our very first motto that we had when we first got here. So champions behave like champions before they become champions. That was our motto. We shortened it to champs before champs. So yeah, that was just kind of a good little reset for us, and kind of getting back to our roots a little bit.
Yeah, my next question was about champs before champs. So can you maybe elaborate a little bit more on how that fits this team?
Yeah, there's going to be people in new roles this year. There's going to be people who, have their opportunity after graduating a big senior class from last year. So, I think that getting back to basics and really focusing on the things that you control, your attitude, your effort, your things like communication. I think that that's really what we're getting back to, and hard work. That's the basis for champions behave like champions before they become champions. So I think that we're gonna get out whatever we put into it, and just that effort level. That's really what we're focusing on right now.
Well, when you lose 10 seniors, that's, I think, a lot of leadership gone. What have you seen just in that process of replacing that aspect? And I'm sure some of the people who were juniors last year were already kind of in that role a little bit, but how do you see that dynamic coming along?
Yeah, just our people are going to be put in new spots. Our seniors, this year's seniors have done an awesome job, I think, of setting a tone of getting our team ready to go for this year. Just coming into this preseason, our team is in great shape. Just our testing numbers coming back have been what we left in the spring last year. Coming back are either the same or better than what they were after going through a full training season in the spring last year. So I think that starts with our seniors and the tone that they're setting. So we'll see. I think they're doing a great job of leading so far that group. So every team is different, and they're going to have their own personality, and so this has been a really fun group to work with so far.
Well, it's not easy to lose a couple All-Americans like Ashley Keck and Ella Waters. What has that process been like, just of determining what this team is going to look like on the court, and how those dynamics work out in preseason.
Yeah, Ashley and Ella definitely great performers on the court. Also, just I think that the people that we have coming back, just vocally, I think have been leaders for us in the past, and now they're going to have a little bit more opportunity to be a little bit more of a performance type of leader. There's other people that have stepped up for us. Shandy Fa-Lee, she's been somebody she's always very loud. she's got a voice that can carry, and I think that she's somebody that the team looks up to, and she's going to be even more in a leadership role for us now. And she's also made a position change. She's been somebody who has been a back row player for us more, and now she's going to become more of a front row player for us. And so again, that's a different role, different personality, and there's along with our seniors, other people that are stepping up and figuring out their role and figuring out their leadership and what that all looks like.
Well, hopefully Shandy's game on the court will be very loud too. But that leads me into just the next thing with Shandy. What allows her to be able to make that kind of transition that you talked about in terms of her position this year? Yeah,
I think that she always does things at a high level. I think she's a competitor. We talk about people who are gritty, and I think that she is somebody who is going to compete, number one, but also is going to be able to play the game. Meaning that it's not just always going to be hard swing. There's going to be some finesse that has to go into that, and that's something that I think she probably learned from Ashley, from last year. Just that it's not always the hard swing that's going to get the ball down. We gotta play the game. And there's going to be times when you gotta turn it. You gotta throw in a tip. You have to do just different things. And it doesn't matter on the stat sheet. It doesn't say hard kill or tip kill or roll shot for a kill. It just says kill. So, and I think that's something that our entire team is figuring out. So it's been fun.
I wanted to highlight Emma Brueggemann, just her being the GPAC Freshman of the Year last year. What did you kind of see from her that prepared her to be successful right away, moving from high school to college? And I'm sure there's some expectation for what she can do this year as well. Yeah, for sure. She is one of the best defenders in the GPAC, and just even when I see her in the summer this year, there's a couple of times that I hopped in there to play a little bit, and I hit probably the hardest ball that I have, I don't know, in a couple of years, and she dug it like it was nothing, so she's got a very quick first step and really quick reaction time. And I think something that she's really put a lot of time into over the off season and going into it is in her passing and her serve receive. And just in our scrimmage this last Saturday, she passed nails. She was in there. So just somebody who again, champs before champs, has put in a lot of effort and put in a lot of work, and I think she holds herself to really high standards. So she's a great player. Last year you had a couple of seniors that were playing setter, so you'll have obviously a new setter this year. What can you tell us just about how that is coming along in the preseason? Yeah, it's setter competition, setter battle. Mila Emery has been somebody who's really stood out for us. She's been a great setter for her high school teams and her club teams coming up. Running the scrimmage that we did this last year or this last week. The majority of our systems have been with her as kind of running our court, and then we have
are looking at what a 6'2" could bring and how that could be. Just with Ella Brueggemann is one that's coming back, and also Seda Willie has done a really good job. She'll be who are both sophomores for us, put in a lot of work, and so just kind of figuring out what the personality of the team is. I don't exactly know what it's going to look like yet, and I think people should expect that we're going to play around with a bunch of different systems. So. The team is going to have a different personality, and maybe it's something that we throw maybe a 3 middle system out there. That's a little bit different from what we've done in the past with our traditional systems of running a 6'2" or a 5'1". Maybe we throw it out there just a little bit differently, but consistency is what we're looking for in our setting, and so if you have a great set, you can get a great hit. So that's really what we're looking for.
I wanted to just mention who those seniors are. There's 4 of them, and I know Bella Hedke joined the program, I believe, that semester last year, and you've got Ava Green, Lainey Brott, and Maddie Paulson. But what's the expectation from that group, and how does Bella, I guess, add to this team as well?
Yeah, Bella came in, and it was pretty seamless, just with her fitting in with that senior group. Just their personalities all mesh really well, and I think that they all have different strengths. I really do think that they are a group that, number one, thinks of the team above themselves, which is absolutely everything that you want in a group, in a senior class. And they've been great leaders. They've been very accountable. They've been very caring for our team, and have been very welcoming and including and accepting of everybody. And I think everybody feels at home with them. So those are the things that stand out with that group. It's been fun.
I know it's so much about the process rather than just being obsessed about the results, but how will you look at this team in terms of defining what success looks like for this team?
It's always been process. Been process. Even last year when we made it to the Final Four, it's with process. So really focusing less on what results are. We're about let's put in the work. Let's come back to our core values. It's love, trust, hard work, and sacrifice. we did a ropes course with our team yesterday, kind of a team building thing, and one of the people who was running it was like, all right, hey guys, what are we doing well? What are we not doing well? And our seniors are like, yeah, love, trust, hard work, sacrifice. We were doing that really well, and the team builder people were like, that is awesome. It's perfect stuff. So that's always the stuff that we come back to. We're built on that foundation, and results are what they are. People are going to remember their experiences and the relationships they built, and so we want to do things at a high level, and I think the results are a byproduct of how we trust the process. So that's always where we'll be.
Lastly, I just wanted to touch on what's coming up. You start the year with York, and you always have some tough kind of weekend events during non-conference, but how do you expect that will prepare you for the GPAC with what you have coming up already in August?
Yeah, we got to figure out who our best team is going to be, and so it's a puzzle. It's something that's fun. We want our team to continue to support each other and compete through it. So it kind of creates it's kind of a weird dynamic, right? You want to do your best, and you also want your teammates to do their best. So, but the competition that we're going to be facing is going to be one that's going to prepare us for the GPAC, and that's the type of schedule that we expect to play. That's the type of schedule that our team wants to play, and we're really looking forward to the challenge.
All right, some quick hitters off topic from volleyball. You already mentioned some vacations you went on. If you could only pick one restaurant or fast food place to eat at for the rest of your life, which one would it be?
Oh man, first one comes off the bat, Chipotle. There it is. Yeah.
I think that's what Maddie Paulson said also. So
Nice.
if you could only watch one show for the rest of your life, what would it be?
Are we talking movie or like TV
You
here?
could pick a movie too if you want.
Dumb and Dumber.
Okay.
Awesome.
It's a good choice.
Yeah, I love that show.
What singer or band has gotten the most run on your playlist lately?
Lately, it's probably got to be Justin Timberlake.
Okay.
If you would ask me that back when I was in college, it would have been Incubus. I love Incubus, that band. Yeah. So, but JT, that's where I'm at right now.
Have you seen him in concert?
Yeah, a couple times.
Okay.
Yep.
Who's a famous celebrity or athlete you would want to meet?
Oh, that's a great question.
Maybe it's JT. I don't know.
Yeah, no, it could be. I went to, right in my head, I went athlete, and I'm going Baker Mayfield right now. Just he's a little bit out of the box there, and the Bucks are my son Brady's favorite team. So just that would be fun.
What makes Concordia the best school in the country?
Oh man, just the people, the experience. We've been other places in our career, and just this place is home, and and it's the people who really make it. Yeah, it's this place is just it's a great experience. We put our faith first here, and we're not afraid of that, and I think that it's a great experience, that no matter how you put it.